Hi, this is Mike Fink with Go Missions to Mexico, and we have two special, unique people in our presence here. We have on your right there, we have John, and on our left we have Will. And John is the leader of this mission trip here that they're down with, and Will is one of the pastors of the church who they came down with. And this church is a Sutherland Family Church, and this is where your humble servant served as a youth associate pastor for about 12 years prior to coming down here to Mexico. So Sutherland Family Church is our home sending church, and they always come down and help us out. And so we just wanted to capture a little video of these special people. So just first off, I just wanted to ask you guys about safety issues. You guys have any questions or any issues with safety coming down?
Well, I think that safety is always an issue. I know that for me, there were a couple incidences that caused me some concern. When I was filling out my paperwork, I got a paper cut. Do you remember that, John? Right on my finger.
Oh, that was a horrible paper
yeah,
cut.
And then the other night I stubbed my toe walking by the basketball court. And so, I mean, yeah, going to Mexico, there's some dangerous stuff involved. You just pray through it. I got a Band-Aid on my finger immediately, and I got through it. I think we're fine though.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay. You have to expect the unexpected here. But in all seriousness, one of the harder things that we have to go through is convincing family that this really isn't a dangerous place to send their young people or to come themselves. And boy, we've been coming down here for years and years and years, and I just got to tell you, Todd, that this is just an amazing place and a beautiful farming community, and we have just never felt even the just slightest bit uneasy about our safety.
Yeah, I would say two things that I saw is one, the base is well enclosed. It has a gate that it is a safe place when you're here. The other thing is that Baja by nature is a safe place. Typically where you hear about the dangerous things in Mexico, they're along the Texas border, but here in the Baja, there's
there's no way to run drugs. So
right, where to go.
So how about as far as your team? I noticed I sat in on just for a moment of your guys as a team sharing tonight and some of the changes in their lives. What things have you seen in your team's lives as far as life change in them as a result of coming down to serve?
Well, we always come down with the thought that we're here to bless the people of Mexico, and with God's help we do, but it never fails. We go home with the majority of the blessings, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, and you see it there in places where people are challenged, where they are unwilling at the beginning of the week to do things, and at the end they see it as a joy. For instance, two things that can be a challenge is being willing to give your testimony and then have it translated into Spanish, and it's just a nerve-wracking thing. And to see so many people in our group when we were debriefing at the end of the week say, what a blessing that was for me. And then the second one is going on a prayer walk, that I'm going to walk around in a place that I don't know and talk to people that I don't know in a language that I don't know, and I'm going to pray for them, can be a challenging aspect for their own walk. And seeing our people come in scared and walk out changed was a powerful thing for us.
Yeah, and boy, one of the things that I love most about this is the bonding that takes place in our group. And we go back as a church family, and we have a great church family, but we go back and we are unified. We just love on each other and support each other, and it is just amazing the transformation that takes place in our people.
Well, and it codifies those that went. So like the 29 of us that are here this week, it'll never be the same when you go into church the next week and see the same people.
Absolutely.
I've been in battle with you. It's a band of brothers.
One thing I noticed when I was leading mission teams down is on a trip like this, you will spend the equivalent of 2 years together. Or like if you went to church every Sunday for an hour or hour and a half, it would be a mission trip would be the equivalent of 2 years of faithful attendance at church. The amount of time, and then plus your.
No wonder I'm tired of looking at you.
I don't even have a funny response to that.
And then in church, of course, it's a controlled environment, and we can be, we're here, you're living together, and you're serving together, and all those things.
I think that's the difference. Is in church we do have our controlled environment, and here just the fact that everything is spontaneous, you delve down deeper and your relationships go deeper because of it. It's really neat.
How about the people down here? Any thoughts towards the people down here and what they're like?
Loving.
Yeah. It is. They are just gracious, loving people. You know, we've talked about this many times. If I didn't have family in the States, I'd move down here and serve with these people all the time. I love these people. They are so welcoming and so warm, and they're not afraid to share their love with us. You know, sometimes in the United States, we're kind of afraid to open up, even to our friends and neighbors. And these people just welcome us into their homes, and they love us for being here, and they love us for sharing the word. And boy, they're just so thankful we're here, and we're thankful to be here. It's amazing.
I think they're gifted at connecting, which is funny because you're crossing a barrier on language where you don't speak the same language, but their ability and their willingness to step over that line and connect with you in whatever form they can. And if it's kids, they'll just keep poking you because they love you and they're so glad that you're here. And I really like that because because it doesn't bother me. So I enjoy that. But to see an entire culture step out in that willingness to connect is great.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So for maybe church leaders back home or other leaders contemplating a mission trip to Mexico, what might be your words briefly to them?
Oh, let me jump on that. Okay.
Okay.
First, safe. Don't worry about that. And you will have a hard time convincing people. But you know from us, it's safe. Number two is that it is incredibly well run. Your money is well spent. It works well. You are hitting every facet of church life here, from impacting their kids to doing a building project to doing prayer in their community. You are effectively sharing the gospel.
And I just can't tell you enough how much you will positively impact your church family and the environment at your church and the individuals in your church. It's just an amazing transformation, particularly in your young people. Boy, you have your teens and preteens, and they go home changed. They go home with an appreciation for the blessings that God has given them, and they go home with an appreciation for the different people and different cultures, and they learn to testify. And it's just an amazing transformation in your people. You want to bond and grow your church to a deeper level, this is the place to do it.
And that's true of churches of any size too. But we're a larger church where we still have a cohesive church body that will be impacted. Only 29 came of that big church, but it'll impact 100, 150, 200 people that are closely knitted to those 29. So, I mean, if you have a church of under 100, this is still the place to bring your people. If you have a huge church, this is the place to bring your people.
Yeah, and in support of that, we have all our home groups are making blankets for the children that are down here, and we have our classic
the older
people like me, and our group, and they worked on all our fundraising with us, and it was good intergenerational team building, and boy, it's an entire church function. It's just an amazing way to bond your church together.
Well, great. Well, gentlemen, we can't thank you enough for being our sending church, Sutherland Family Church, and for what you've meant to us, and thank you for your kind words, and so we just are very, very grateful for you. So thank you, gentlemen, and God bless you. And for those of you watching this video, be encouraged. Come on down, and God will do great things in your team's lives and use you in a great way. So come on down and serve here in Mexico with us.
All right.
Look forward to seeing you.